Ben had to run me down, basically, make sure I didn't grab that elevator. He had very, very important news to give to me just before I left.
Ooh.
It came to his attention that Steve the Whistler will never do our radio program again.
What?
This is huge news for the old fans of the show.
Steve the Whistler.
Steve the Whistler will not be doing our show. He hates us. He had a miserable time the last time he was on, which was a couple years ago.
He remembered us.
Well, we saw him on the Today Show.
Yeah.
Whistling in the hallway with Matt Lauer and Al Roker.
Al Roker.
And I go, Ben, oh my God, our buddy, our old pal, Steve the Whistler. Let's get him back on the program. I think he did the show a couple times, right?
I don't remember.
No, I think it was once.
It was only once, that one legendary time.
One time.
Well, Eric's stuck in traffic. I think he's got clips from the last time Steve the Whistler did our show.
Oh, he does?
I believe he's going to bring some of that in today.
Brr. Put on your coats. Brr.
But it was so funny. Ben just, chased me down. It's like,
so
don't grab that elevator. And I stepped back.
Ben spoke with him or his people? Does Steve
Ben.
the Whistler have people?
Well, Ben's doing his job, and we wanted Steve the Whistler on our show, so he
try to book him.
He makes a couple calls, and Ben gets this really, really, really nasty voicemail, right, Ben?
No, I actually talked to the manager live.
Oh, the manager.
That was a woman. Well, she called and said his last name. I was like, well, I didn't realize who she was talking about, and I was like, oh, Steve the Whistler, and she said, yeah, and she said, no, he's not going to do the show, and I said, well, why not? And she said he had, I think she said miserable time last, I think miserable was the word.
Miserable?
Yeah, we'll never do the show again.
Think about how we felt having to sit there watching some guy fucking whistle. That ass. Remember his CD? On the back cover, it was him, on the hood of a car. Some old, Long Island mullet muscle car kind of.
I think it was like a Corvette or something.
It was awful.
Just dressed awfully.
Sitting there trying to look cool.
With his poofy hairdo.
You whistle, you tool. God damn. He's turning us down?
He turned us down, Anthony. He whistles Broadway show tunes and classical favorites.
That's what he does.
And every once in a while, he'll give you a little contemporary number.
A little rock.
A little rock and roll.
He'll rock it up a little bit. That's
a little bit.
Not past him to throw a little rock and roll in there.
We messed with him so bad.
Whistle.
We were talking about this. Oh, there it is. What kind of car is that?
Oh, it's not even a nice car. It's like a Taurus. What is that?
And he's got the vanity plates that just say Whistler.
Whistler. He's sitting in the woods. Looks like he's in the woods out in Selden or something.
Hey Anthony, I'm looking at his website, man. Steve the Whistler, 2002 International Grand Champion.
2002?
Jesus, we were winning radio awards in 2002. We haven't done anything since then.
Who took his title? In 2003, 4, 5?
Obviously, there's someone out there that whistles better than Steve.
Ben, I would say we book the guy that beat Steve the Whistler.
That's right. Let's get a little controversy going.
That's right.
In the whistling community.
Whistling community. If there's a whistling community, I hope they all die.
There is, and they have AIDS.
And then it also
Walking
says...
around in their robes. Unfinished tunes coming out of their mouths.
All whistling Philadelphia.
I can't believe this guy turned us down.
Denied by Steve the Whistler.
We were going to have him on just as a goof. And then it also says on his website, recipient of the 2003, 2004, and 2005 International Whistling Entertainer of the Year Award.
Okay. Then, look, now I'm not making fun anymore. Now it's just going to look like we're jealous. What a tool. You know how stupid it looks to stand there and go, okay, do your thing. You put on that dopey pucker and just whistle a happy tune.
Let's see.
It looks ridiculous.
Well...
Opie's trolling his website.
Well, he still mentions that he was on the Opie and Anthony radio show.
He does.
Okay, that's
Does he
good.
mention... I had a miserable time on?
No, he did not.
No?
Steve the Whistler has been dazzling audiences with his artistic whistling for over 48 years.
48 years? How old is he?
Looks like he's only in his 50s, so he started as a...
Probably started as a kid. It's not something you really have to be old for.
My God, we all were whistling when we were 5. Let's see. A remarkable 3-octave range on his instrument matches his enormous stylistic range. Well, they have instrument in quotations, which encompasses classical music, jazz, blues, pop, and Broadway. Ugh.
Boring.
I know. Ugh. We have CDs and sound clips. Eric is stuck in traffic, so we're screwed, because I want to play some of this now.
Anywhere this guy goes, it's just about, hey, you want to whistle?
Yeah.
Family functions. Hey, Steve, why don't you whistle us a song? Oof.
Do. Happy birthday.
Yeah, he's got a whistle. Happy birthday. Ugh.
You know what's funny? He has a few pictures on his website, and they're all of him puckering.
Him whistling. He's all puckered up in every picture.
That is like creepy. You don't have
Maybe
to be
he's permanently like that now.
You don't have to be in mid-whistle to take some publicity photos.
He does.
People will get that you whistle. You don't have to, get your lips into the whistling position.
Yeah. What was the word that he didn't like our show? He had a miserable time?
Miserable time, yeah.
Miserable, yeah. Miserable is pretty strong.
Yeah.
Unpleasant, maybe.
I think that's the strongest word a guy that whistles for a living would use. Oh, yeah.
A miserable time.
He certainly isn't going to call us cocksuckers.
I'm trying to remember what happened when he was in.
Gee, I don't know.
I know it was very uncomfortable.
I don't know, like when he kept playing, the music had to play for him to whistle over. And Oak kept shutting his music off, going, I don't know what happened. And the guy would be whistling. Okay. Gee, I don't know why he wouldn't want to come back.
I forgot about that. He has like a musical backing. He doesn't just whistle. He plays. It's like karaoke whistle.
You know what? That bit is great because it just shows all our personalities in one bit. The whole good cop, bad cop.
I was trying to be the nice guy explaining, I'm so sorry with the equipment problems we're having. If you please could start again, we'll get through this.
It got so uncomfortable in the studio that Anthony started to hide.
I had to hide.
And didn't you walk out of the studio? You just couldn't take it? No, you walked behind the equipment.
Come to think of it, I had a miserable time that day. He wasn't alone. I was so embarrassed to be part of this show.
And Jimmy was just cringing the whole time, remember?
I was mortified.
Yeah.
And I was sitting right next to him. I was so embarrassed. I was like,
and like the music starts, he'd start whistling, and Opie would shut the music off, and he's just in mid-whistle.
And would have to
and
stop.
He's like, it's screwed up again.
And we're trying to see how many times we could stop his music.
And Opie's throwing in little things. Okay, start again if you have to. Like little things like that would just make it worse. So embarrassing.
So I guess he's doing this big publicity tour here in New York City.
New album coming out, I guess?
Probably.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Excited. I wonder what's different from the old album.
Well,
is it a new style?
Can we get one of his competitors on? I'd love to get the underbelly of the whistling community out on the air.
Let me see what
Talk about what an ass Steve is.
Yeah.
Go, that guy, he's a prima donna.
They call room service on each other and order peanut butter.
Crackers.
Look, someone's got to help us out because we could get samples.
You ruined me.
We could get samples of songs, Steve.
Oh, we can.
Can we get some samples of these songs?
I just found
hold on.
Oh, sorry,
Steve.
I hate this thing. I just found a whole whistling website that gives samples of all of Steve's competitors, so I can go and grab a whole bunch of samples.
Oh, wow. That's what we need.
Yeah, we definitely need
I would love to be able to hear Steve and a competitor not knowing who's who and see if you could tell the goddamn difference.
Yeah, we'll try to guess.
Well, obviously, that's Steve. He's so much better at whistling.
This guy's got to get a hold of himself.
You can either whistle or you can't.
Right.
And most people can.
Remember, I was joining him in the whistling, too, which really made him mad.
He was very angry.
I was doing duets with the guy.
He's a solo act, dude.
I just felt like, hey, here's my turn to jump in with Steve, the whistler, do a little tune together.
Pissed him
He
off.
was getting so mad.
You could tell he was pissed when he was going, enough!
All right, here it is, Anthony. I guess his new CD is called Broadway and Beyond.
Oh, so it's like Broadway show tunes.
Now available due to popular demand.
Stop it. Demanding this.
You shouldn't use the word demand when it comes to a whistling CD.
Popular demand.
The debut recording of 15 hit tunes from top Broadway shows and beyond, from a heartwarming Les Mis medley to a stunningly beautiful rendition of the timeless classic Danny Boy.
Oh. Oh. I bet it's all like big production.
Yeah.
The music kicks in, and then all of a sudden, where a vocal is supposed to be, his ridiculous whistling. You're like, what?
Hey, I'm sorry for the new fans, but we've been like obsessed with this guy for so long. It's not even funny.
Why is that?
I don't know.
When he walked into that studio and sat down and started whistling, our mouths, our jaws just hit the ground like this guy can't be serious.
Well, the best part, most people, if they were like a whistler like this guy, they probably wouldn't take themselves seriously. They'd be like, I know it's a little weird too, but I'm selling CDs and people enjoy it. I don't know.
Like no radio appearance could possibly be miserable because you're on the radio. You're a whistler on the radio. Count your blessings.
Well, this guy takes himself so seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a nice guy when it comes down to it.
Champion, Opie.
But he takes himself so seriously. And yesterday we were watching the Today Show out of the corner of our eyes there, and he's in a hallway. Even the Today Show was like, all right, we'll put this guy on, but
you're not worthy of our studio.
No. We'll do a little piece with you in the hallway.
By the elevator.
It was by the exit door. Who are you kidding?
Al Roker's like, he was tapping his foot and rocking his fat head back and forth. It's so like, you're not taking this guy seriously.
By the way, the Today Show is yesterday news. Yesterday's
really?
news. Yeah.
I've been reading the paper a lot.
Good Morning America is about to become the number one. Also, Eric has arrived. He was stuck in traffic, Anthony.
Oh, there he is.
And he's got a clip of our exclusive interview at the time with Steve the Whistler.
Great. I cannot wait to hear it.
Why don't we do it now?
Let's
Or do you have to take a leak?
I got a tinkle, but if you want to do it when we come back from break, whatever you guys want to do. I have to whiz, though. It has been an hour and 10.
All right, here's the deal. So, Steve the Whistler. We started the show with Steve the Whistler. So, if you're just tuning in, I guess now you'll have to listen to the replay. See how this works? I like the fact that the show just runs all day long so you can catch up on storylines and stuff. Steve the Whistler. And why don't you give the quick intro to this again?
Steve the Whistler. He's like some whistling champion. Plays some music and then whistles on top of it. And he's, for some reason, voted Best Whistler of 2002, something like that. And we had him on the show. And, of course, he wasn't one of the A-list guests that would be treated cordial and nicely on our program, so it got a little embarrassing.
Well, the guy takes what he does very seriously.
Very seriously.
And we saw him on the Today Show, I think, yesterday. So we called, we talked to Ben. We're like, Ben, you got to get our old pal Steve the Whistler on the show. And he said he would never do our show again.
Old pal. He saw it differently.
Yeah, he said he had a miserable time with us.
Miserable was the word.
So Eric brought in a little clip of Steve the Whistler's appearance on our show, Anthony. We'll stop it as we go here, but let's go to the tape. Oh, okay. This is all right. This is right. This is the bit we were talking about earlier, where now he's showing us what he could do with his whistling skills. And I'm stopping the CD. He's got a CD that accompanies his whistling.
I have not heard this since the day it happened.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, this is classic. I guarantee FedEx from oavirus.com, he'll put the whole bit up there because I think it's like an hour long.
Dude, why are you plugging that site? Dude.
Yeah,
what about my side? I got audio.
You know, I just got an email like that the other day. Yeah, the guy's like, hey, man, what about dog shit or something like that?
Well, it stinks. And
I guess there's a site, dog shit or something like that is pissed off because we're promoting oavirus.com.
It happens.
That's the site that has all the old audio from our old show.
Deal with it.
All right, whatever. Okay, here we go. So this is where we're stopping his poor CD as he's trying to whistle for us.
What happened?
What happened?
What happened to the CD?
Who happened?
Put it in the,
Steve, I'm sorry.
You put in the wrong one, dude.
No, something happened to CD4.
Opie's just stopping his music. You are a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but then we're good cop, bad cop.
And we're like, what happened? Like, we're all disappointed, too. We all get like, oh, geez,
my
what
God,
happened?
What happened? We're in the middle
CD4,
of this great thing.
Which one was it?
Right.
Trying to throw some technical jargon at him to confuse him. And he's got to stop, restart.
Yeah.
What happened?
What happened?
What happened to the CD?
Who happened?
Put it in the,
Steve, I'm sorry.
You put in the wrong one, dude.
No, something happened to CD4. All right,
Yeah,
it's
that's
Steve the
one that
Whistler.
wasn't working last time. I'm sorry. Steve the Whistler.com.
Maria, which one is this? Maria from West Side Story. All right, here we go again.
Listen in.
Steve the Whistler. What? Oh, what the hell is going on with the CD
Dude, you got
player?
it. That's the third time you had a problem with that.
Clean it. This is the same one that was skipping earlier when we put it in the other one. But take the CD and rub it on
Your helmet.
I'll try that. I'll try CD 2. Here we go. Yeah. From West Side Story. Steve, I'm embarrassed. Turn it off and turn it on. And can you turn it off from the back there? I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I was laughing so hard I had to hide. So I ran behind the equipment. I used to have this little space behind all the equipment. I could run if some hooker was beating me up or I was laughing too hard and had to leave the situation. So I'm back there, and now Opie's telling me to fix something back there, and I'm laughing. You can hear it in my voice. I'm doing it. I got it. I'm on it. Because I'm so embarrassed.
Steve, I'm embarrassed. Turn it off and turn it on. And can you turn it off from the back there?
I'm doing it. I'm holding the button down. I'm holding the button.
Track 4, right?
No, track 9. Steve, I'm sorry.
Track 9.
It'll work now, though, guaranteed, because I saw the light on here and I pressed the breaker.
Yeah, 9.
I'm sorry, Steve.
The breaker. What am I running? A power generating station?
Press the breaker?
The breaker. I pressed the breaker on the CD player.
Ant just wanted to disappear. So he did. He went behind the equipment. He couldn't take it anymore. And the best was Jimmy was still in studio, and you were just getting mortified and more embarrassed.
I had to have eye contact with him.
Yep. Eye contact. You were less than a foot away from the guy.
Awful.
Light on here and I pressed the breaker.
Yeah, 9.
I'm sorry, Steve.
It's okay. Here we go.
No, it's not.
Steve the Whistler.
I'm holding it down.
Steve, you got another
the CD, dude, because it was fine before. You played other stuff on the CD. It was fine.
Steve, you got another copy of the CD? Did you burn this one yourself, Steve? Yeah, Steve's getting another copy. Oh, Steve, I see the problem. Look at the back of this thing. It's all smudged and stuff. You got some cleaner? I'm back.
See the problem? It's my finger.
Steve, you got some cleaner? I don't have any.
You got any clear stuff to rub on that?
No, here, give it to me. No, give it to me. I'll try to clean it with my shirt.
This happens. Make sure you're putting it in the one that I was pressing the button on in the back.
All right. Let's try this.
Oh, God.
Hey, not this.
This is embarrassing, and this is not the way to run a goddamn a radio station. I'm sorry, Steve.
Steve the Whistler.
Where did...
Yeah, I'm embarrassed now. Do you want to try one more time? We don't have to.
Acting lessons, whistling lessons.
I can't believe this. Do you have another I see you looking. Do you have another...
Well, not of that particular one, but, we can try a different CD
Is that
with
the
a different
one?
kind of thing.
All right, let me...
Try this song. I want to hear this song. It sounds beautiful and
Okay.
Perfect good cop,
What a
bad cop.
dick I am. It sounds beautiful.
Because the gag's not as funny if we go
No,
to
if we
another
go to another
track
song,
at this
not
point.
as funny, right? It has to be the same stupid song
Of
in the
course.
same spot.
And I thought we were losing them because I was
Did
hoping
you hear
he
when
wasn't
he
going
stopped
to go for
whistling?
that.
He goes, now he's pissed. He's sighing. Steve the Sire.
I'm sorry this is such a bad copy. I know someone out there has a really good copy of this. What is all
right.
this?
He makes it through.
Oh, okay. Hawk. 08virus.com, I'm sure, has a really good copy of this, the whole bit.
beautiful and
Okay.
there seems to be a problem with the CD player.
It was skipping. The first track was skipping a little.
Is it our equipment? Because then I would really be
Flabbergasted.
mortified.
Let's try it.
Mortified.
Let's try it again here.
All right. One more time.
That's not going. Stuck.
Oh, Jesus.
How'd you do that?
Huh?
How'd you do that?
I just pushed a button on the CD player.
I thought you were able to turn it off and not make it skip like that. Oh, that poor douchebag.
Well, I had to come up with something different, you
Yeah,
know?
of course.
then he might have been on to us. He gets all confused because he notices that it's the same note going over and over again. Listen.
That's not going. Stuck.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice tone, though, right?
Yeah, that was. I apologize.
All right. Oh, God. Well, Steve, I think we're going to have to just take your word for it.
Look at Ben. That was I love the Ben. Ben just went. We were all just trying to play it safe. We all just want to burst out laughing horribly, and then Ben's like, "Oh fuck it, this is way too funny. I gotta laugh."
He's a champion whistler. I guess we're just gonna have to take your word for it.
Well, Steve, I think we're going to have to just take your word for it.
Jerking and jerking.
Where'd everyone go? What's wrong with you, Ben? Steve, I work with a bunch of lunatics. I'm sorry. I don't know where Anthony went. I don't know where Ben went. Jim, why would you look at Steve?
I have no problem looking at Steve. It's you I don't want to look at. All right.
Oh, my God. That was really bad.
See, our problems are deep-rooted.
You all goes back to Steve the Whistler.
Yes.
He was my find.
But all of a sudden, everyone they couldn't take it anymore, and everyone left the studio, except Jimmy and I were left in the studio. Ant just hid again.
I walked way back into the machinery. You couldn't even see me.
And everyone just started walking out of the studio.
Yeah. That wasn't the beginning. There was other stuff that led up to it, and I'm sure it was like unpleasant by that point, so it was just so awkward.
Yeah, that was a long bit. That's just a little taste. In a bad copy, unfortunately. I apologize for that, but it was topical, so we decided to go with the bad audio.
Yeah. Steve the Whistler. He's promoting a new album. He will not come on this program because he says he had a miserable time.
Yeah.
And what you heard there was a miserable time he was having.
Yeah.
Their equipment doesn't work.
My favorite part of that whole thing is Ben laughing in the background.
Oh, God. The cackle.
This is from his new CD. This is Danny Boy. I gotta tell you, the whistling just wrecks the song.
It totally does.
Like I told you, on Sunday mornings, I don't mind listening to some of this mellow stuff. I couldn't listen to this.
But this? It's grating.
I could listen to, the instrumentals of some classics. I don't mind it. Oh. Ugh.
Tremolo in there. It's like a ray gun from a bad 50s movie. I will disintegrate you.
Sounds like a smoke alarm about to really go nuts.
Smoke alarm, something awful.
All right, well, there you have it. Steve the Whistler, blah, blah, blah.
I can't
Now
whistle.
we lost the phones again, Anthony, so we got to set up the bit. We really need your help here, guys. We have a lot of fun with this.
Have you ever do this just to be silly though? Like you ever been giving oral treats to a girl and then just stop and whistle so it sounds like she's falling off a building?
Well, this isn't going so well.
Opie.
Okay.
I have a question though.
Yes, Jimmy?
Would all the whistlers laugh if a stroke victim entered?
You are.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Well, the phones are alight with people that want to learn more about
Why
whistling.
can't I whistle? It's so annoying. I cannot.
Hey, maybe
whistle.
you could teach Jimmy. Jimmy Norton can't whistle. Give it a try.
I swear to God, I have the worst. It's with my weak chin and little pursy lips. I can't whistle, and I never.
Like you're waiting for a mama bird to regurgitate something into your mouth.
Or an Asian man to put his C in there.
What is he doing wrong?
He's blowing too hard.
Oh.
Well, I've been kicked out of many a car for that.
What do I think about that statement?
Yeah. What was that?
I don't know, but Whistle While You Work is a nice song.
That probably is, right?
Especially if you're murdering Chandra Levy.
And that, you know something? I want to apologize, Steve, for that man because he doesn't have any class or couth, and he can't appreciate some of the arts.
I'm not knocking whistling. I just think it'd be funny to whistle a tune while you're digging a grave and dumping a body into it.
Steve, he's a traveling comedian, and he's in New York City this weekend, and we don't have an association with him at all. We'd rather... So don't mind him. He's from L.A.?
Don't mind him.
You're from L.A.?
Not originally, no. Akron.
Akron, okay. Let's go to Aaron.
Home of the Beacon Journal.
Yes.
Wow.
Aaron.
No, but actually I can whistle several different ways, including in as well as out.
Stop.
Oh, let's hear a little of that.
Let's hear a little in whistling.
Well, see if you can hear the difference.
Okay.
All right. Everyone listen.
Yes. I hear a difference. It's a little more woodwind sounding on the in.
Wait, when did he change?
I heard him change. It was just a slight difference.
Where did you change, Steve?
He might have been watching. That would be a giveaway.
Was it? I wasn't supposed to tell?
You might have been cheating.
I didn't want to watch. I
close your eyes and tell
pick it up with my ears.
Try it again, and I'll tell you exactly when you change.
Okay. Do a different song?
I'm not looking.
I'm going to try it, too.
Do a different one. Do a different one.
Now!
No, you jack off. No. Oh, God, look at your nothing lips trying so hard.
It might be genetic. I don't know. Could be genetic.
Yeah.
I see you blowing too hard.
See, stop. Don't blow so
when
hard.
I do it, nothing comes out. My little empty... I have a Down syndrome tongue. Just lolls.
Look at his face. Levi, what's up?
Levi?
There's a theory out that you need to be able to curl your tongue to...
See, that's what I was saying that before. And then we just, did something with each other's C's and we forgot about it.
All right.
Hey, I was wondering if this guy knows any of those upbeat classics, like maybe some Flight of the Bumblebee.
Wow, that would be rough. You ever try Flight of the Bumblebee?
I have, and that's not one of the ones in my repertoire.
Yeah, that would be a tough one.
However, the Hungarian Rhapsody later on in the piece is very up-tempo.
I'll have to listen to that.
Can you do Shall We Dance as your helicopters are shooting at Asians?
Well Hung wants to say something else. Yes, Well Hung?
How's your mom?
Whistler's mother is fine.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, well, we hear that.
Whistler's mother?
She's fine in Florida with a lot of moms.
Why would he say that?
Whistler's mother. It's painting.
I thought you were a comedian.
I am, but I don't do Whistler's mother painting jokes.
He's horrid.
I'm not a very good one. Wait,
his name is Rich Voss, and he's awful.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Chandra.
Oh, jeez.
See, Steve doesn't want to go there. It's a wholesome thing he does, and let's keep it that way.
He doesn't want to be dragged down to your level.
Whistle while you bury interns, doodah, doodah.
You're not funny now.
It's Maria from West Side Story.
Maria from West Side Story.
Well, I guess we can.
You remember that?
All right, hold on.
Very popular Broadway tune.
All right, here we go. It's Steve the Whistlers.
First, you still got the Aurora?
I do.
You do have the Aurora.
I do.
That is some sexy pose you got going there, Stephen.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
It's all about fun, Anthony.
And was that picture taken out on Long Island?
No, that picture was taken in Putnam.
Really? I thought it was D.C., because if you look under the tire, I think I see Chandra's skull. Look, he's dragging me in to his debauchery.
You made him happy.
Look, he laughs at me, see?
I did enjoy that.
Here we go. Rubbing a tongue and we all laugh. Okay.
Just went there to further herself and live her dream.
We'll be doing music of the night from Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, we're doing... Oh, ready? Track 9 there, Steve?
Say goodbye to your T-cells, everyone.
Yes, Jim.
Would it be possible, could you whistle Singing in the Rain while I'm raping a girl?
You're trying to be outrageous. You do this every time you hear, and it's not...
I don't know why we have you back.
It's not washing. You know what do you remember a comic named Andrew Dice Clay?
Sure.
He used to tour with him, and I think it rubbed off on him. Instead of trying to be original and do what he does, he's got to be outrageous and make jokes like that about other people's expense. And I'm really getting a little tired of it, Jim. Steve,
this reminds me of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, right. And he's all three except for the good. What?
Guess